What is up, obscure mic people? It's Bark coming at you yet again with the Senal XU-1648, a plug-on audio interface with phantom power, all kinds of good stuff. Actually, let's just take a look at it real quick. So it's a stick-style device in the mold of the Shure X2U with a headphone dial, a mix monitor dial, a gain dial, a phantom power button, a headphone jack, and your old printer style USB cable on the bottom. The build quality is all metal, but it is a little bit on the light side, so not real heavy, but it does still feel solid enough. Solid enough for sure. The back, nothing there. Couple rubber pads for if you want to lay it down. Other than that, that's the device. It's 16-bit, 48 kilohertz, and runs roughly $79. Link in description to grab it from the Amazon, which I am an affiliate of. So when you do buy stuff through my links, it does help keep obscure mics going. I have this wired up to a dynamic microphone. Not going to tell you what it is quite yet because a review is coming up of it as well. But it is a dynamic microphone. There is no preamp, nothing like that running on this thing. The gain is at about 90%. I could crank it up to 100 and get a little bit better levels, but then I do hear a little bit of noise from the preamp when I do that, so I'm trying to keep the noise to a minimum. I'll probably boost this in post. I'll put right here when I boosted it in post to get levels that I'm more happy with. But as far as this interface goes, for $79, which is typically $20 cheaper than the Shure X2U, I personally think it's a better deal than the X2U because I think it works better. The X2U, I've had two of them. I've had a lot of problems out of both of them. Never could quite get just a fully functional working unit that inspired confidence. This I've had for a few months, and thanks to Senal, who sent it over, the Gradius group, who is over Senal, Polson, among others. They sent it over to me for the sake of this review. Definitely appreciate that. I was going to do a shootout with this and some other plug-on recorders, but upon using all of them, this one kind of blew them all away, which there was a Polson USB XLR just like this, but shorter. There was a Polson one, a no-name one that looked like the Polson one, the Shure X2U, which I can't use because it started crapping out. It was my second one, and it just doesn't work well at all. So the Senal XU-1648 kind of put all those to shame, so it's just going to get its own review. I do wish it was 24-bit, but it's not. But for $79, if you need a portable interface that you can plug right onto a microphone, plug straight into a phone like I'm doing right now, and just want to record, it's going to get the job done. Like I said, this is a dynamic microphone. Maybe not the highest of gain-seeking dynamic microphones, but it's still a dynamic microphone that is being drove to listenable levels by this interface. So there's that. Let's go ahead and plug into a condenser microphone as well to demonstrate the phantom power on this thing, just so you can hear and see that that does work pretty well as well. Let's switch over now. Okay, so now we've got a condenser microphone plugged into the XU-1648, the Asden SGM250H, a condenser shotgun microphone. And this is what that sounds like if you want to use this plugged into the plug-on interface, ran into my phone yet again. And I will say one of the most impressive things about this unit is that the headphone amp is actually good. It actually gives pretty true to sound reproduction of what you're doing into the microphone, coming back into the headphones. And it sounds good. It's not, it doesn't sound bad. This microphone sounds like this microphone is supposed to sound when I'm using the XU-1648. It works really well. So for people that just want a simple setup, about as simple as it gets, just this, that, cables, phone, all in my hand, it doesn't get much easier than this. Not to mention, if you've got a nice condenser shotgun microphone, you can just put it on a mount. Everything's good. Same with a handheld dynamic. I like simplicity, and the Senal XU-1648, without a doubt, provides that simplicity. provides that phantom power, works with a phone, works with a laptop, works with a tablet. You can just stick style, you can just slide it into one of the pen slots in your bag or backpack or whatever it is you carry. I've got one of those little briefcasey things for my Microsoft Surface and all that good stuff. I like to travel light, and this is definitely a light traveling device. Maybe Senal will come out with a 24-bit version in the future, but so far so good with the 16-bit 48 kilohertz version. Still good enough, especially for spoken word. So this, link in the description. I definitely think it's a good one. It's probably the best one I've used. And again, that's going up against the Shure unit in the X2U. I think this unit is just simply better. The X2U is also 16-bit 48 kilohertz, so it doesn't have an edge there. And honestly, everyone I've used has just turned to junk really quick. The build quality of the Shure X2U is better. It's heavier. It feels better, but this is lighter. I mean, that may not be a good thing, but for travel purposes, lighter can be better. So I highly recommend this one. Shure X2U, it's out of here. It's an old device anyways. This is just simply better, in my opinion, in every way, actually, besides build quality. But still, metal, it's still good. It's not going to break on you. Obscure Mike's Senal XU-1648 is out of here. Bark is out of here. I'll see you guys next time on Obscure Mike's.